everybody. I'm so glad that you decided to tune in to Miss Vee and the Crew, which down to just one. But hey, we done learned how to work where we work anyway, with even this one, two, or three. I'm so glad I came out. I told one right before we came on, I said, "Day, I'm feeling pretty good." Now I ain't said I'm looking pretty good, but I feel pretty good.
You're looking good, girl.
Girl, don't do that. You know, I told you everybody can't handle compliments, and you start giving me a few. It don't take much. They just go straight to my head. I go there good. I'll be going walking and switching and falling down. I love it. I love it when people compliment. You ain't got to, and it don't take a man to compliment another woman. We ought to just get to the point where we can just love on each other and
That's right.
compliment women's, because at the same time we all is going through the same struggles.
Mhm.
So why should I hate on you when you going through some stuff? I'm going through some too. So let's love each other and just care for each other. I know I didn't mean to do all that. I'm moving too fast. I ain't meant to say all that too early.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know. I get to talking, and then before I know, especially when you get to talking and you got an ear to hear. Yeah, you better not like you interested in what I'm saying. You act like I like bring it on, baby. I turned up to another gear.
I love it. I love it.
So I have to be very careful, because some people they love you, and they will respect you and hear you, and I got a lot of those, and I'm grateful to that. That some people just sit at my feet and just let me talk, and I'm grateful to that. I thank God. So right now, I think it would be befitting that one to get a moment. I know I'm taking all of it, but just let you go and get yours, because who knows the way I feel. I mean, I give you no more, so you better get yours now.
Well, I love to tell the people, come on in the room. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on and sit with us and just have a good time. Let's do some real life talk. Let's talk about things that's dear to our hearts. Let's talk about things that can help us grow. And let's just talk about us. Let's free ourselves on today, all right? Come on in this room and have fun. It's me, Lawanda, and we're here for you with Miss Vee and the Crew. Come on in the room. And I did want to ask Miss Vee a question as we got started. I was hearing someone talk earlier today about being in a relationship. If you done got yourself right with God and you celibate and been celibate for a long time, but you get in a relationship with somebody who's actively sexually active, how does that work? If you study trying to refrain yourself and they're putting the pressure on, or they're saying, look, I've been doing this a long time, or somebody who's never been had been celibate all their lives, and somebody who's been active all their lives, and they get together and they got that connection and they feeling one another. And how do you think that can work, or can you handle the pressure? Help me out with this.
We had this conversation.
I refresh my memory.
Because I don't know, this might be one that we need to help each other, or somebody call to help us. Because I know for a fact that being celibate is not all it crack up to be. Because even if somebody is not even there with you, there are moments. And in that moment, if somebody was there, you'll be very vulnerable. And you may regret it afterward. But at that moment, it'll be feeling good. It'll be feeling really fine. You may say, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I messed up. But I don't, and if you're really serious about it, I don't know, would you put that type of pressure on somebody? If you celebrate and you don't want, and you sure you is, and I mean, not just because, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's a spiritual thing, a religious thing, or the reason for it, or you want to get married thing, because that's what a lot of people is now. They don't want to do it. They don't want that until they married, because they want you to know, they want to know that this is not no one night stand.
Right.
I'm not just one of your chick on the sides. So if there's something that you're serious about me, then show me. Now that is one story. But I don't have no commitment with you. I don't even know if I'm gonna like you like that. And then I'm gonna stay celibate. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. I gotta know if I want to. I do believe that you ought to be dating with purpose. Now, that'll be my crowning factor. Anytime you date, it ought to be with some type of purpose. Purpose that you're gonna get up. How long would you just be with somebody? How long would you just shack with somebody? How long would you just say this is my man? How long would you do that? At some point, you got to say he's my fiance. He is my husband. At some point, but now if you're doing this celebrate because you're just trying to wait to make you commitment, maybe you can do it. But for a long time, years, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience, baby. I don't know if you can do it. I know I'm at home and I'm alone, but I don't know if one was there with me. I don't know if he'll be celebrating or not. We may have to talk about the celebrate stuff, but I don't know.
Even if he came in the door saying, "I like you, Miss V, and you my cup of tea, but I just want to make sure that you are the right one, and let's just hold out because I've been holding out for all these years."
That sounds really good. And you don't find, you don't find these people like that no more. And if I found somebody like that, I probably would jump on board. Because I was just thinking about that. Look at the Gunsmoke movies with Matt and Kitty. Never saw anything, but you can tell by the eyes. Now, you can't tell nothing about no eyes now. Their eyes is lying. But back in the day, you could tell when people were dating. You can tell when they had some type of feeling for each other. You can almost look across the room and see, he likes me. Now, you look across that room, he looking cross-eyed. He looking all across the and honey, when you get a little age like me, you got to be careful because he ain't even looking at you. He looking at your children's. Yeah. And I don't blame him because I'm gonna probably looking at his son. So I understand. I understand. Go ahead on. Look past me, because I'm looking past you too. I know. It's rough out here. I mean, you want somebody, and especially if you're doing it with some purpose. You don't want nobody, no, I'm in it. No, I don't need you to just pick me as a chick, as your side. You ain't got nothing else to do. No.
Yeah. That is a lot. And also when I was looking at Facebook on earlier today, I seen this little clip from a movie where the two friends went to jail and they've been best friends all their life, but they've been like just friends. But now they in jail together. And one friend came after the other friend in the sexual manner. He's like, "Brother, what you doing?" He said, "We don't know how long we're going to be in here. We don't know what's going on." So the tables was beginning to turn. And he was thinking like, "You've been looking at me like this all along." He said, "No, but we in this place together." So I'm saying that to say that even if somebody's celibate or even if you get in a new relationship right now and you don't know what people doing these days, usually you used to have a feel of what they were doing, or you could just see the masculinity in them. But now it's like they masculine or they not. You don't really know anymore. But that wasn't the topic or whatever, but it's just something that's on my mind because sometimes I'll be scrolling through Facebook and YouTube and see these things on there.
I think that's good because I tell everybody that when we talk about the podcast, this is a podcast of everyday conversation. And in this conversation, you ought to get a little bit of everything. You ought to get some laughter. You ought to get some tears. You ought to get some seriousness. You ought to be able to pull whatever you need. Because trust me, in any given situation, in any given time, you're going to need something. You may need a laugh. You may need to cry. You may need to get it out. And this is the place to get it out. This is the place that we don't judge you. Because at the same time, we want to keep it real. And if you call that judging, I don't know where to call, because you don't want no fake and no phony. Would you rather have a man that tell you, because now this is a true story. There was a man said, "I don't mind being number 2. He was talking to me.
He don't mind being number 2?
He back in the day, I had it like that, He didn't mind being number 2.
As long as he can be in the number.
That's it. He just want to be in the number. So if a man came to you and told you, okay, if this is the way you want it, then you can be number 2. Would you accept that?
It depends. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Cause one might be giving you more than the other, long as it ain't,
Long as he know.
long as ain't sneaking and if you gonna sit back there and accept that and I can go do what I want to do and come on back home to you or whatever, so be it. I ain't bothering nobody.
I'm gonna learn more and more about you. We go. I'm gonna learn more and more about you.
What you thought I was gonna say? No,
No, I thought with with my integrity, I can't do that. I would have to. I thought
he offered it.
I thought you were gonna say, with my integrity and my character, I cannot do this like that. That's what I thought you was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
You flip scripts.
He offered it. It's not like I bought it up. It's like he don't mind.
Yeah, they said, well, as long as people put it out on the opening and, like you don't want to change horses in the middle of the scream. Because first of all, that's what's going to happen. First, he going to say he don't mind. But in the middle of the scream, he going to I changed my mind. I don't want to be.
I might can change back, but it's going to be fun while we out there. And it ain't going to be.
You might switch.
If you ain't liking it, I might change back. But at the time when you say it, okay. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be no number two ever. I'm not gonna switch my place and change my mind. But if that's what you want, then I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm here to make you happy. Yeah.
I don't want to disappoint you, baby. I don't want to disappoint you. Okay, if that's what you really want, I'm gonna do it for us. I hear you.
Oh Lord, so
that's what I'm talking about. We want some laughter, not because Wanda don't mean none of that stuff she's saying.
You guys are listening to Miss Vee and the Crew, and if you want to get in on this conversation, feel free to give us a call at 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. Because I'm not going to be number two. How about you?
Yeah. I heard this one time, how you get people that say, don't take a man's money if you don't want him. And the ladies say, well, if he's giving it to me and he's I'm not into him, then I'm gonna take it. And for a long time, I probably thought she was right. But this is a different time and season. These men now dealing with emotions and craziness. You best to not take nothing you don't mean. You probably need to keep things on the. I mean, I be thinking a lot of way. I guess that's why I'm single even now. It's just some stuff I just refuse to back away from.
Yeah,
it's just who I am. I went on a cruise one time, and when I got on the cruise, I had took this suit because I said I can't wear this suit around here. I got too many people that know me. I'm too important. I can't do that. So I can't wear this suit. I took it on that cruise. I said, no, nobody know me on that cruise. I'm gonna wear this suit. It was half naked. I said it was everything. It was just I got on that cruise. I put that suit on. I said, take it off.
It wasn't you.
And that goes to tell you who you is. No matter where you go, you taking you with you.
That's right.
So you got to stay you. And it just let me know that you is who you is. So ain't no need of you trying to go no place to change it. And if the people that love you, they just love you. And you ain't got to fake that.
Yeah.
It's too easy to do. Too easy.
Too easy. I was talking to my sister today, and she was talking about my other sister. Said, I got me a treadmill. I'm about to lose weight, and I got me a string bikini. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not doing that. I be wanting usually I say, yeah, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna get me one. No, it's certain things I'm just not gonna do. Yeah, like you said, because it's me. It's who I am. And I don't think I can run that fast on the treadmill to lose this kind of weight. So it ain't gonna happen.
Well, when I say them and they weight, the people at them beaches and pools, they ain't little. They heavy.
Yeah, but
and they got on one string and two strings.
I truly believe I'm not that confident. I'm just
Is
sorry.
that what you think it is? Confidence when
They
you can
more confident in themselves. I don't got that kind of confidence in me in that type of way. And
or
yeah.
you just one of those that just say, no, that don't look right. You-
Well, that's the truth. Then that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say it in a nice way.
well, a lot of things. We got some good conversation, and some of it is will make you cry, and then some of it would even we want you to laughter because all of this is just a part of life. And wanted to give me a bring me into one of those conversations we had.
One of the conversations we had is stop it. Chicago Tribune reported on March the 12th, 2025, this year, that, and
And we
that's
only been what?
1 week and 1 day ago, they reported that 15 females, 59 males, a total of 74 murders was reported at that time. And most of them, like 65% has died by gun violence, and 57% of that was black. 13% white Hispanic, 3% white, and 1% unknown. And then I went on further to search the age level. From 0 to 19, 12 of those murders were children or under 21 years of age. 20 to 29 was 19. 30 to 39 was 21 people. A total of 51 murders was done to those under the age of 40. They ain't even got a chance to really live. The numbers that was committed with the most was young black men. And now this doesn't include this whole 1 week and 1 day, because even on yesterday, which broke my heart, because what I was thinking about when I left the house today, ABC7 had posted that somebody on the south side got shot. A child got shot. Yesterday it was posted that a 16-year-old young lady was beaten to death in the park. A 13-year-old boy was found in North Londale in the alley. This doesn't include them in the
In the twisted.
statistics. And it doesn't include the women that been killed by their the people that say they love them, the men that declare that I'm gonna help you raise these babies, I'm gonna love you in spite of, but just don't leave me. It doesn't include all of that. We're missing so many things off of here in 1 week. It has to stop. My brother, my deceased brother Burnell used to always say, stop it. Just stop it. And that's just what was coming on my heart. Stop it. Just stop it. We're doing too much. Our young people don't have a chance to breathe. And then sometimes we can blame them. And then it's another thing, the downtown takeover. How do you allow children just to go downtown? That used to be a place that you can go and feel safe. You can go to Buckingham Fountain. You can go shopping all day downtown, and they're just running rapid. They go down there and they take over. You don't feel safe. They fighting, they posting, they making it big. What do we need to do, America? How do we need to help our children? How do we stop it? We can blame the president. We can blame all the politicians. But when we're going to take action and blame ourselves as parents, as leaders, as people of America, as African American? How do we our numbers are rising. We doing our own genocide. Our numbers are rising. 57% of the 74 is African American. And then it's turning around to women. Our women, 15 females, just like that. Just like that, gone. And all of it mostly for gun violence. And what we can do is, it's okay if you want to protect yourself, but go to school, go to concealed to carry classes, go classes and find out how to use the things, how to save yourself, and then go to a boxing class, kickbox, go somewhere, learn to fight. Why you gotta pull up a gun? Why you gotta do it to death? It just breaks my heart. And so yeah,
I
that's what I'm,
I
yeah.
know that is a touching story, and it's a touching conversation, and it breaks minds too. I promise you, because being a mother and knowing what these mothers are got to go through, and I know a lot of people say, well, they're gonna blame most of the time the mother, what kind of mama she got, and you don't know. And a lot of these mothers is
Trying.
trying.
It's trying.
is trying. And I mean, some of them is, is going through trying to work, trying to get the jobs, trying to hold the house down. But that going downtown, I don't know what would be the answer to that. It's got to be one. It's got to be. It's got to be a solution to it. I mean, it's got to be a way that you can. And when I was looking at them and they just going out and just fighting, how do you just come somewhere just to fight?
Mm-hmm. How do you do it?
It goes back to what you said. Stop it.
Stop it. And our leaders are not teaching the children to be accountable for their actions. I think we need to make sure that our children know that this is wrong. We can't glorify it. You older men that's grooming these young boys and giving them the guns and telling them to protect themselves and do that. You tell them in the wrong way. Our father used to say, go out there. If somebody messes with you, you better go out there and fight. You better go out there and use your fingers, your fists. You better go ahead and go around. They're cowards.
Yeah,
you're a coward if you gotta pick up a gun for a 13-year-old baby. You're a coward if you gotta beat a 16-year-old in her face, or you need extra friends to help you to do it. I don't know who did it, but you're a coward. Only cowards do things like that.
I hear you.
You're a coward when your only weapon is violence and you don't know how to talk. That means you don't have even a communication skills. You can't talk yourself out of it, or you can't talk in a manner. Every time somebody say something to you, you got to get mad and escalate because they're telling the truth. They're telling the truth. Why are you so angry? And it's just crazy.
Especially with you in the school systems.
Yes. I feel for the teachers now.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, because they're terrified. They're terrified. You don't know if the child is bringing weapons into school or not. You don't know that. And then too, we don't know. I was watching Good Times the other day, and it was just on my heart when Michael had joined the gang, and he was like, "I'm tough, mama. I'm tough. That's why I'm in the gang." And then after he got through talking to JJ, Florida came out. He came out the room, and Florida said, "But Michael, why are you in the gang?" He said, "Mama, you're right. I'm scared. I watched what they did to Bobby. I watched what they did to Joe over here. And when they broke his jaw and gave him a concussion, I thought they was coming for me. So when they came to me, I said, yeah, I joined, because I'm not going to take that." And that's what a lot of our children are. They're scared. They're scared of what's going to happen, or if they're going to make it out. And then sometimes they make it out and they go back to it because they're used to it. We done made them so used to it.
I think about that all the time. Farrakhan said something that was so powerful, that why would you go and fight your own when they suffering from the same thing? They suffering from maybe a home with no daddy. They suffering from poverty. They suffering from, being stigma and being labeled. And so all the things that they're dealing with, they going through the same thing. So why would you want to fight somebody that's going through the same thing you're going through? And put that pain not only on you, but in your household, on your parent, on your father, if he's there, on sisters and brothers, because trust me, all of it is a domino effect.
Yes,
whatever affects you is going to roll right on down, 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 down. And I don't have any babies anymore, but I can clearly remember when Chantel was I ain't been to say my son's name, They be like, "You calling his name?" I don't know, everything I do it be wrong. Everything I do be wrong. Everything I say is wrong.
Oh no!
But when he was little and with the guys and I would just drive right up on the sidewalk in front of every one of them and said, "Let him come out," and they'd be like, "Look at your mama, she a cowboy. I don't care what you call me. I'll run over every one of y'all and come out of there." He probably wound up going and getting the gang anyway. But I told him that day you ain't gonna get in there.
Yeah.
Now tomorrow you may get in one, but not today. But not today. And some kids are lucky enough to get through it and then to make it. And a few won't be as lucky.
And it's sad, back then the children respected adults. They respected you. Even if you came in there and they might want to go upside your head, they wouldn't, because you're a senior.
Yeah.
You're an adult.
Or you can forget that senior now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can forget that.
I mean, they don't get up on the buses and give you no seat. They don't. I mean, they really don't care nothing about you no more than being no senior. They'll knock you upside your head just as fast as they'll knock anybody else. I said, it used to be where the women's head. And I ain't blaming a lot of these men. I ain't blaming them because just the other day, and this is the truth. I'm riding in my car, and there was a car that stopped, a stall. Mm-hmm. The man was inside guiding the car, and the woman was outside pushing. And I pulled over because I just said, I want to see if this a woman. Maybe I'm not looking at her right.
Looking right.
Yeah, maybe her hair was just long or something. Maybe it's a man and the hair just long. I don't know. So I pulled over just to see. It was a woman pushing and a man guiding.
I can't believe that.
It's the truth.
I believe it. I believe it.
It's the truth. And now, and you know why I was sitting there and I'm talking about the man. And you know what I said? This is these old women that want that equilibrium. Yeah, but this y'all. This y'all. I'm equal. Do you know that some stuff was designed the way it is? It was designed for a woman to be pretty and pink and tender. Your hands ought to feel different than a man. You ought to walk different than a man. You ought to talk different than a man. You ought to want to feel different than a man. It's just something ought to be natural. Now, ain't nothing natural no more. I mean, but it ought to be. It ought to be. It ought to be where the woman is understanding that you're going to sit in the car while I'm going out. My girlfriend said it was a storm, and her and her husband got stuck in the storm, and their car quit. She said it was a 88, whatever that Buick 88, yeah. Whatever that car is, old one. Uh-huh. And she said when it stopped, he pushed it with her in it for about a lot of blocks. And she said he pushed it. And then I said, really? You in it? He said, yeah. He said, get in that car and I'm going to push you. And he said he pushed and pushed till they got him, and to get him some covering. And she said that's how her baby son got born because they were so cold. That's how baby son got to warm up. But he pushed it to make sure she didn't have to get out in it. Those days is way far. Yeah. Now we want this. No, you just even know it's some stuff you ought to say, no, baby, I'll do it. This is some stuff you ought to feel like it's your priority to do it.
Yes.
I just don't never get past that. Because one thing that I'm gonna always say on this podcast, whether I know I'm a big fan of women, but I'm always gonna talk about family. Mm-hmm. I believe in that to the core. Family, it ought to matter. Family, you ought to not, whatever it is, you ought to get through it. You ought to get around it. You ought to, whatever it is, nothing ever come between it. Nothing should ever be divided. And the second thing, I'm a woman and I know they struggle.
Yeah.
Not because I know what it takes to do it for a woman. I know how she'll hold you up. I know how she'll keep you. I know how she'll pray for you. And I know how she'll be there. She may talk about you like a dog in that house. But when you get out in that street, you gonna be the man. Whatever my husband say. Whatever he do. But now when you get in the house, if you ever get out there and do that again, but I'm gonna get you. But the woman is gonna she gonna hold you down.
Yeah.
No. And next podcast, I'm gonna bring you what this man said. And he said all the stuff that I say that you and Marcus told me I was wrong about. This man said all of them. And I hope he be on here the next time I bring it. Now this is a man.
Wait a minute. What he say? That the old fashioned stuff. He's an old man, right?
Yes. He said, one, a woman ain't never got no business running a man down. He ought to be chasing you. And secondly, you don't never put a man up on a pedestal. Don't never think he is the king. Baby, you put him like, no, baby, this is a queen. I need to be treated. You
supposed to be a queen.
Yeah. But now these women is putting these men up there now, baby. It's these men, it's the kings, and the women's the women's is, and he said another thing. He said, and a woman ain't got no business paying no bills. He sold me right then.
I know he did. Yeah. He would have sold me too.
He sold me right then. He said, yeah, I supposed to pay the bill. I supposed to take care of you. And I said,
He an old school
I
gentleman.
want to find that man's phone number, baby, because you
You
my
hear
kind of
Miss V?
man.
She want that phone number. Call her now. 708-223-8953. Let her know where you be.
Baby, it don't make them like him no more. That's why I say,
Cause right now these men be like, you ain't got no money. How we gonna do this? Hey, how we gonna do this?
I know, and you earlier, I know we was talking, and we should just throw that in a little bit because we was talking about how seniors and how they get up in age and they start to dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, and that's a conversation I can speak very fluent about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom had dementia at a young age too. She wasn't even 65 and she had dementia. Ended up having 3 strokes in the hospital, in the facility, had 3 strokes. And they couldn't figure out what was going on with her at that point, and she ended up with dementia. And it's a heartbreaking thing to see a strong, active person. But my sister was telling me, she said, you don't see a whole lot of men getting dementia. She said, you know what? She said one of her friends said, because they don't have to worry about the stuff. They put it off on us and we worry about it. We take care of all this stuff. So all the crazy stuff and everything that needs to be done is on our mind. And so now we getting dementia and Alzheimer's, and they sitting there saying, oh, baby, it's going to be all right. She said, so we gotta let some of that stuff go. Let them handle it. We taking care of the bills, and even if they paying them, we gotta make sure they're paid.
Yes.
Go get the laundry, do the laundry, go clean the house, buy the food, do everything, and they just go to work and give you the money. Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility.
I looked at all that when I'm in the grocery stores. I evaluate how many men's in that shopping. Women's.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, women's is working, and they said, well, obviously you have to. But so if you think a man work and you don't work, do you think that he ought to dish you money out and you should have to keep asking him for money?
I ain't gonna keep asking you. I'm at home. You telling me stay home and take care of the house. Give me something. I gotta get my nails and something done. Yeah, I think you should give me some money. I'm a bill. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I think I have to keep working.
I'm a bill.
It would just kill me to have to keep asking you for what I need.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go to the Basket Robin. Baby, give me $10. I saw a pair of shoes on the way. Baby, give me $100. I think that would just irk me to the core.
Yeah.
And I know they said, well, yeah, and if you want to do that, then you got to do this. Maybe I want my cake and eat it too. I don't know, but
what about they say? Well, what you do with the money I just gave you?
Yeah.
Ain't you eating? I don't question me. Just give it to me.
I know.
I don't like that. No, I have to have my own too. I'm very independent in that area. But I'm saying that if I had to be at home, then I'm a bill. So if you got to pay ComEd on time, pay me on time. Give me my money. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be sitting there cooking, cleaning. Hazel died. I'm not doing that. I need some retribution.
Well, I promise you, and I was like, when I guess now if I do what's to ever get, now he gonna come in. I'm gonna have to give him my application. I'm gonna have to tell him I don't do windows. I don't do that. I'm gonna have to spell it all out because at this season you have not did so much stuff like coming in cooking. God, I'm not finna come in the afternoon and cook. I just got out work. I'll bring you something from what restaurant you want to eat from.
Okay.
I'll stop and get you some chicken or something. But it's just now it's too much. I don't know unless I get somebody that love to cook.
That's what I was gonna say. What about both of you all are working? So all of the cooking and all of the cleaning should not fall on one person. To me, because I'm doing just as much as you doing.
Yeah.
That'll
mess up a relationship.
Well, it'll just be a messy relationship because I'm not doing it all by myself.
Because they're going to tell you the woman, this is what you're supposed to do. These are the shoes you're supposed to fit. I mean, because people use it.
Back in the day.
But see, they use this only when they want to. You know about, you the man of the house. And it's only that when they want to use it. Yeah, but that don't work. But that's the only card they pull.
I thank God for my husband that he don't do that kind of stuff. He know how to cook. He know how to clean. He know how to do everything I know how to do. And he do it sometimes better than me. And he do gardening and I'm certain things. Hey, no, I'm not doing that. No.
Everybody know what they can handle and how good they are and what they can do. That's why you find out, and we just be talking and we just be sharing. But you know what you can handle and what you can't handle. You know what fits. It says you got to know how it works. Find somebody that fits. Find somebody, because they say there's somebody out there for everybody. Find that person that's for you.
Yeah.
And me, I haven't found him, and I'm good with that.
Because you ain't supposed to, right?
Right. He's supposed to find me, but he ain't looking for me.
Yes, he is. Aren't you looking? Come on and get him.
Yeah, I know he looking. Hey, baby, you don't know he missing a good thing.
Yes, he is.
But that's okay. I'm good until he comes. But the whole thing is, you want to know what's best for you. And we talk, and I just be knowing, I say a lot of stuff, just crazy talking, because I'm crazy like that. But some stuff I am serious about. It's just certain stuff that now in my life now, it's just certain stuff I'm just not going to deal with. And they said, well, the Lord will fix it, and the Lord will do that, and that could be true, but He gonna have to fix it. And it's gonna have to be Him fixing it. And when they said, well, He sent him to you, you just didn't accept it. No, me and the Lord is on good terms. He wouldn't. We on good terms. He would have let me know.
He would let you know that was the one.
He would have let me know. And then if he didn't, I'd been like Gideon, give me another sign. I wouldn't do that. So I'll know when He comes. I'll have a sign. But one of the things is my mom, she had it, and it's amazing. She stayed there in the house. Well, I was on one floor, she was on another. And some days I would come home and I would get at the door and I peep and see her. And I knew what kind of day I was finna have. I peep in and I can see her sitting there like, oh Lord, it's gonna be a rough day today. And then some days I come in and she's like, Vaughn, what you want to eat? Vaughn, has you got enough cover on the bed? Vaughn, is everything okay? I be like, oh, we got a good day today. But someday, and then there was some days she would be flying. You got to stop her from going out the door. And then there's another day you don't even know if she could walk. It's like you didn't even know what you was getting, and after a while, but she always knew me, so I was always blessed. It never got to the dementia, to the part that she did not know. She didn't know a couple of people because maybe she didn't see them as often as she saw me, but for the most part, when it got real bad, and I think that a lot of times, and I can say this, my girlfriend said that her grandmother had it. And the one thing she did, she forgot all of her children's, and said they'll come there from out of town, whatever, and they'll sit with her. And when they sit there with her and they be singing and talking, she said, y'all still some nice little children. Didn't know they were her children. And then they were like, is we, mama? But they'll put that gospel on. She know every word. Sang a song like it wasn't. They said because she made her forgot her children, but she never got the Lord.
She never forgot
the Lord. Never forget him. And I say, it isn't amazing that I don't care how the mind works. It's just something about the connection that you got with him. It keeps real. It stays right there. He said, I may forget everything, but I ain't going to forget the one that died for me. I ain't going to get the one that set me free. I ain't going to forget the one that I know I hold true to.
Come on now.
No, I ain't going to forget that. I know that. So, I mean, my mama, and when she got there, she would always say, when it got closer, she was like, Vaughn, I'm like on a baseball. And she said, you know how it is when you're at a baseball. You can be on third, but then you can just slide on into home. She said, I'm standing on third. When she got later on to her life, she said, Vaughn, I'm standing at home plate. I can walk on in. I said, well, mama, you can't be telling the Lord what you ready. She said, I'm ready. I can walk on in. I said, but you can't do that. She said, he won't let nothing slip up on you. And she was standing at the door and said, I'm waiting on
wow.
I'm waiting. I got to go home. And then first I didn't catch it. And I was like, you finna go, where you finna go? You at home. And she was like, no, I got to go home. And I was finding so many bags. She done packed. Remotes and everything is in the bags. You can't find it. It's packed up somewhere. And so you packing. Yeah, I'm packing up. I'm getting ready to go. And I be like, packing, get ready to go. And before it all dawned on me, she want, oh my God, she ain't talking about going to this home.
Yeah.
She's talking about going to a heavenly home. And I said, and then after then I got it. I said, okay. And then she's like, I got to go. Then I would put in the car and I would just drive. And when I get there, she said, now, Vaughn, I said, well, you say you want to go home. We ain't going home. And I said, I take it the time. I was way out. And I said, well, you say you want to go home. We ain't going at home. I'm like, and then I say, well, I said, then I would sit like I ain't paying her no attention. And then she would go to the door and I said, you want to go? Yeah, I'm ready. And then I still sit there. She said, well, just come to the door. And I said, come to the door for what? So you can see me knock all your windows out of your car. And I better go now because she ain't playing, because she didn't play. So my mama got to the point that she said, now and God won't let nothing slip up on me. And I'm ready to go. And when I went to see her in the Cook County Hospital, and I told him, and I came home from visiting her, I told him, she already done gone. Mm-hmm. This is just a shell of my mama. Yes. But she wasn't talking, because even when I got there and what she was saying, I said, Mama, did you just see your sister-in-law? She just left. Yeah, she just left. You know, it wasn't like she was saying, because if it was her, like, I ain't even seen that gal. She ain't even, you know what I'm saying? She would have, I knew her conversation. And it was like, now she was at a peace that I said, yeah, this is the peace that surpasses your understanding. Yes. You don't even understand that when God is already has really moved into and he said, because this is just a shell. Yes. This is just a building that's holding everything that I got that I need. So all the spirit and all the souls is waiting for him. And he said, when this earthly tabernacle destroyed, I got a building that's already made, and it ain't made by hand. So I'm working on it. And they asked my girlfriend, well, how do you do when you're sick and you don't even know if you're going to make it, and you don't even know how to pray, because now you done got to the point you can't pray? I said, my mama and so many other soldiers, they canned up some fruits. I don't know about you, but in the old day, they would make a jar and they would can it. So when you can't get nothing to eat, you can reach to the shelf and pull off your fruit. So that's the same way it is when you got some prayers. Can them up. So all when you can't get them, and when you can't pray, when you don't know what to pray, don't know how to pray, you don't even know what to pray for.
Store it up already.
Get you a can.
It's canned.
When my kids don't know it's out, I don't even know what it is. Canned. When I don't know what to say, when I even don't know what to say,
it's canned.
So I just can up some stuff. So every now and then you got to can your stuff up. Can up some prayers. Can it up while you can. He said, seek me while I can be found. You have to do this stuff because you don't never know what the day or the next day gonna bring. That's so right. Why you this day? Why you can do it? Now you need to start doing it.
That's right.
Oh God, I didn't mean to do all of that.
She canned it up. That's all right. That's all right. We need to hear that. We talking about dementia.
Yeah.
We talking about our seniors are going through, and yeah, I needed to hear that. I and talking about your mother, when you know that they just a shell there and they gone. My brother and I went to see my mom. She was in the nursing home the day before she passed, but she was saying Jesus. She kept calling on Jesus, but towards the end, before we left, she started calling chickens. I said, I don't know, that's somebody. She's not there anymore. She's gone already. And then the very next morning, somehow my phone wouldn't ring. The ringer was off and everything after we left. Very next morning, she was at the hospital and she passed away. However, she was gone before we left. And me and my brother was saying, Mama ain't gonna make it through the night. She called no chickens. And he said, Mama, why you calling no chickens? And she just raised up and said, 'cause I want to. So all before that, she's calling Jesus. So I said, Jesus came and gave us what left this portion here. Yep. And the next day, when I finally seen my phone, everybody was at the hospital and we came to the hospital, but she looked so peaceful. You look upon somebody's body, somebody sharing, you think, oh my God, they're gonna be in distress. She looked like a little angel,
Yeah.
which would even make me cry at that moment, just make me say, you're not suffering. You in your right mind now. You in your right home. You in your right place. And yeah. It yeah, but one incident though, before all that happened, she was at the hospital, right? And they call us and say, "Your mama missing. Your mama miss." I said, "She missing." So I'm going and we go and look at them and stuff. They found her in the closet, and she said, "Yeah, I had them little sore souls running around here looking for me. I saw them." She said, she cursed though. She did. She said, I see them little running around here looking for me. I guess they'll listen to me now.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, it was so funny. So yeah, when they lose their minds or going through it'll be some good parts and bad
Yes,
parts.
it does.
Some good memories, some bad memories, but all in all, you know where they are. You know
Yeah.
who they with, and that brings you joy.
Yeah. My mom was such a strong, powerful person, not only in our home, because she was strong. I mean, out of all seven, there's not one of us ever raised up, cursed her.
Mhm.
We never cursed in front of her. And one time, and this was before she got dementia and all that, but one time she said, Vaughn, I need you to go to Ohio because I want to visit my sister. And so I took her to Ohio, drove 5 hours, paid tolls and stuff to get there. And I took her, dropped her off, and I came back. Before I can get home, she said, Vaughn, I need you to come back and get me because I can't I can't handle it being dropped off. I said, Mama, it's 5 hours away. I mean, I can't just come back like that. Well, you got to do something because I can't see him. So I got back in the car and I got her and went back. Now this right back, not days later, right back. So I go back and get her, and she gets in the car, ain't saying nothing but, yeah, don't drop me off no more. I'm like, you ain't gonna have to tell me that no more. I ain't gonna tell me
You
that.
gonna take her 5 hours away and drop off? I don't blame Mother Gertrude.
Yeah.
You gonna drop me off, put me
But
out
you
the
know,
car.
but I'm thinking it's her sister. You want to spend some time with her. You want some days, weeks, months. I didn't know you wanted to just speak.
Oh Lord.
I called me right back and said, "Well, you got to come get me. I don't like this drop off stuff. That's 5 hours away. That's not no skip away."
Oh Lord.
I went back and got her, and then she said, I don't want to do no more of that dropping off stuff." I said, "You ain't gonna tell me, baby. You ain't gonna get dropped off no more. You ain't gonna forget that."
Oh gosh. We are Miss V and the Crew, and we are so happy you joined us on today. We're talking about our seniors and how easy it is for things to happen in their lives with dementia and stuff like that. And we're also talking about helping us to figure out how we can stop the violence on our young people. Give us a call if you can at 708-223-8953 or put it in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking, what your thoughts on this gun violence and how we can help one another when family members are going through like dementia and Alzheimer's. And do we give up on our seniors or do we help? Go ahead, Miss V.
Yeah, there was a man that said that he went and visited his wife every day like clockwork because she was and he was late and they were telling him, I gotta go to the hospital, and they said, why are you in a hurry to get to her? She don't even know you, even if know you there. He said, she may not know, but I know.
That's right.
And it's
That's
my
right.
wife, and I'm gonna be, and you don't, and that type of dedication, you appreciate that. You appreciate somebody that know what it costs and what they're going through, and to go it with you.
Yes.
You don't find too many. We don't even have kids now that is they putting them in homes, they dumping them away, and and most of them ain't the only people they see is the people that work there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that from experience. I would go there and I would have CDs, and a lot of them women's people wasn't nothing really wrong with them. And maybe a little bit here, but they was with it, walking around, talking.
But a lot of times, even back in the school days, they diagnosed these children with ADHD. Some might have had it, but some didn't have it. Some just needed a butt whooping, or some just needed some discipline at home or communication, or they was going through things, and we allowed them to be diagnosed at a young age, and now they this age, and because they're this age, it's hard to get them back in track. This is something they done grew into. But I've seen kids, I'm like, this child is too smart. This child know everything, but he had an anger issue. Why? Because he got a stepdad that's whooping on him, or he got a mom that's out there on drugs, so he got to raise his siblings and bring them back in, bring them to school every day. He get a cruise of stuff. And now you're mad. He mad. And now y'all diagnose him with ADHD and get a check for him every month. But the only thing was wrong with him from the get-go is that he needed some help. He needed attention. He needed you to take some of the stress off of him so he can concentrate, because he loved reading, he loved math, and all these other things. Now he can't even stay focused on what he's reading. He can't even stay focused on the math problem because y'all don't got a check for him. Yeah. And that's what's happening with a lot of our people, our young kids now as they get older. They're being misdiagnosed.
I believe it. I believe it. There was a little boy, and they said he was doing terrible in school, just bad, throwing stuff, evil, and found out he needed glasses. And once they gave him some glasses and he was able to read and to fit in, he stopped doing a lot of stuff. You'll be amazed at how many people is dealing with situations and circumstances that they don't know. They just fighting against it. And we just quick to diagnose, quick to give a medicine. And you don't even know what this medicine is doing. What is it helping one thing, destroying another thing? You need to just, I'm just really not a big fan of medicine. If it's something that can be done before that, let's try that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then we have to recognize as a people that our young people are stressed out too. This world is stressing them out in different kind of ways. And we as parents stress them out more by not telling them the truth. You can't have everything you put your eyes on. I can't afford those $200 gym shoes. I'm working hard. The light's about to go off, but I'm sacrificing for you. We have to do this together. This is just not me. Even though I had you, you're my responsibility. And I'm responsible for giving you what you need, not for what you want. We have to be honest with our kids, because now you don't put them in a position where they want these $100 shoes, or they name 100 no more, or whatever it is. All these name brand items, they want them, and you give them to them. Now you can't afford. Now they mad because they feel like they're being embarrassed. Now they stressed out. Now they want to fight because somebody at school talking about them and other things is going on. We have to start being honest with our children, being honest with ourselves, and setting boundaries on how far we will go. Because I think a lot of that, some of us as parents don't set boundaries, and it trickles out into the street world. It trickles out, and and they got a lot of anger issues.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I totally agree that we took these. It was where we had a line, and we didn't cross it.
Right
now, they done moved that line.
It erased it in the sand.
Yeah, it's no more. There was a line with certain things you just did not do, certain things you just didn't say, and you knew it, and it was no problem because you was used to it. Mm-hmm. Now the parents say stuff, I mean, you couldn't say nothing back. And then if they say, now you got to explain why you saying what you saying. If one song, the song said, and the song was not true. He said, you asked your, you said, because I told you so. And I promise you that was the way. You wouldn't dare come up there and say, question why you do that. Yep. Girl, you come there and tell them that. Now you know
why. You got that big old thing. Why? you do that. Why?
Yeah, you got whatever you throw at you that they could have their hands on. Like even now, you call your children, that ain't my name. Yeah, but you know who I'm talking to. I don't care what name I call you. You know who I'm. You the only one here, ain't you? So how you know you the one I'm talking to? It's so much stuff now. We done moved that line.
We done moved the
line. Until we get back to being the parent and you the child.
Yep.
Oh baby, we said, well, the politicians and the systems done changed it. Yeah, well, you just got to take me in.
Take me in, huh?
Take me in. I just think it. One of the things I want us to do before we leave, and you can put this in what you call it in the comments or whatever they put it in.
Put it in the comment section.
Comment section. What else you want to say? This is going to be our last what I got to say. What you want to say?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for listening in, and I also want to encourage the parents to pay attention. Years ago, I had a godchild that was getting everything he wanted, and once the mother started saying that he couldn't have certain things, and she was kind of hard with him as well, and made him work. And I'm going to say it without saying, but he ended up being the reason why she was killed. Put it like that, because she said no. It's okay to say no to your children now. It's okay to withhold certain things right now. Train them up in the way they should go. And if you training them that they can get everything that they want, you're training them that you're gonna have to have it even as they grow older. It's okay. It's okay to say no to your child. It don't make you a bad parent at all. It makes you responsible. And these kids nowadays, you saying no and they smoking this whack attack or what the weed or whatever they smoking, and they get all in their feelings, they causing hurt, harm, and danger to their own parents. Parents, let's take them back. Let's
Take
take
them
our
back.
children back and stop it.
Beautiful.
Stop it.
Let's stop it. We're going to come back with you next week. We got so much more. We got so much. But I tell you, thank you so much for tuning in to Miss V and my crew. We love you.
Love you all. Have a blessed one.